you were telling me about Mr. Dunton?
Yes, he was my first Standard Oil salesman when I opened up the Edina Triangle service station in 1947, April 1st, 1947. And he said, this guy isn't going to last very long here, because I didn't have any lube room. I didn't have an outside pit or anything to change oil, no place to work on cars, anything. So I was there for the first year. At the end of the second year I was there, I had already saved up enough money to buy a new Ford car, which was $2,220 that I bought from Hubbell's and wrote him out a check for it. Well, after that, he treated me a lot better because I was selling a lot of tires and batteries and a lot of gasoline and oil. So that was my first experience with Standard Oil and the salesman. So from there, then in '51, my father built a new station at Starks, 47, 20, and 72. And I left that one. I sold out to a fellow to take over my station there, but he didn't last very long. But I started the new one in Starks, the first of July 1951, and I ran that one for 27 years. 23 years of that was 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no holidays. Everything was open all the time. No locks on the doors. My dad told me, he said, you can't do business when you're closed up. Mm-hmm. So that was his idea. I stay open all those hours. It wasn't easy, but it paid off. At that time, we had a lot of business off of Route 47 because there weren't any stations on that Route 47 that were open all night. And so we did a good business on that. That's the north and south route. And then even 20 was good too, because that's before the tollway went in. And then I had 72 crossing there also. So between the three roads, we had business. I had 2 men on duty all night there for several years. And I had to cut that back after a while because of the gas shortage due to the Korean War. There was a gas shortage. So I had to cut my hours down, and I finally wound up, I couldn't even stay open at night anymore. Because, see, the stations in town, they give them so many gallons that they can buy. They gave me a quota too. But see, with my station, I had to be open all the time. The Elgin stations, they'd sell gas maybe from, say, 6 in the morning till 9 o'clock. And then they'd lock the pumps up, and they'd work on cars. And at 4 o'clock at night, they'd open the pumps up again and sell for a couple hours. I could never do that. So I had to ration the gas out when I was open to $2 worth of gas is all I would give them, so they'd have enough to get somewhere else to get gas. So it wasn't very good at that time. Then on top of that, the highway department, they closed off the Route 20 on the southwest side and put all the traffic on the other side. So I had a couple of pumps on the west side, a pump island, and it was very difficult to get over to those pump islands. So that hurt my business also. So eventually, I had to even close up on Sunday. And of course, I closed up at 6 o'clock at night. So it was rough towards the end there. But it was a good business, and I'm glad I was there and did it. And I sold out to my former employee, Andy Duhai. He and another fellow had been operating a station in Bartlett, and they decided to leave there, and so Andy was looking for something to do. So I approached him on it, and he took me up on it, and I sold out to him. I gave him a good deal on everything I had, very reasonable prices on everything, and he ran that for several years, and then I sold the whole corner after a while to the Lazar brothers, and Andy worked for them after a while at the station for a while. Eventually, they decided they wanted to build a new one, so they tore the station down completely, along with a restaurant in the back, and they put up a new BP station, a real big first-class operation. So that's what's going on today there. But I enjoyed myself out there at that station, and times were good. But I wouldn't have anything to do with the station today, with self-service, because we never had self-service. All ours was full service. We checked the oil and the water and the battery and all that stuff, tires, and we cleaned the windshields. So we found a lot of things to sell people with that. You could sell them windshield wipers that were bad. We could sell them headlights that were burned out. We could sell them fan belts that were ready to break under the hood. So it was a good business. But now today they have maybe a woman behind the cash register from India running the whole operation with maybe a dozen or more gas pumps out in front. And all she does is take the money. And they don't even have an air compressor at some of those stations, or even a battery charger. It's just the service part of it is out completely now, and I wouldn't have anything to do with the service station, with the gas station today, under those circumstances. Thank you.